Okay, first day we are going to do the chanting here. After that, either you play the recording of the chanting or do the chanting on your own and then join the class. We will not do the chanting in every class. Okay? The Channo Mitra, is that? Okay. Om Channo Mitra Sham Varunaha Channo Bhavataryama Channa Indro Brihaspatihi Channo Vishnu Rukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Namaeva Pratyaksham Brahmasid Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Tanmam Vadishyami Tanmam Avatu Vaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti Shanti Avatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamasu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Chandrasham Vrishabho Vishwarupaha Chandobhyo Atsam Abhuva Samendro me daya asamatutu Amritasya deva dharano bhuyasam Shariram me vichakshana Shenya Anga adhyam bhuri vishnu Brahmana koshosi medhaya apihitaha Shutam me gopaya Om Shanti 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 Om Aham Vrakshasya Reriva Kirti Prishtam Gireriva Yudha Pavitro Vajani Vas Amrtamasmi Evinagam Suvarchasam Omeva Amrto Khiraha Gorvedano Vachanam Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamugacchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Yantu Mamangani Kshotramato Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahmopanishadam Aham Brahme Nyagarot Ama Brahma Nirakarot Nirakarnamastu Nirakarnamaye Astu Tadatmini Nirateya Upanishassu Sti Mai Santu Te Mai Santu Om Shanti 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 Me Manasi Pratishtita Mano me vachi pratishtitam Aviravirma edi Vedhasya maani istaha Me ma prahasi Anena dhitena Ratram sandadami Ritam vadishyami Satyam vadishyami Namavatu Tadvaktaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Avatu Vaktaram Om Shanti 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 Kapi. Shanti Shanti. Om Bhishunaya Bhadram Pakshye Makshibhiryajatra Sirerangaihi Gunsasta Sushtarubihi Vishema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashavaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti nasarsho arishtanemihi Sveno Brihaspatir dadatu Om Shanti 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 Yo Brahma Purvam Yo Vedamsha Praninoti Tasmai Tamha Devam Atmabuddhe Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharnamaham Prapadye Om Shanti 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 Surati Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhadarayanam Sutra Bhasha Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Tavah Punaha Narayanam Padma Bhuvam Vasishtam Satyincha Tatputra Parasharam Cha Vyasam Shukham Gaudapadam Mahantam Govindra Yogindra Mathasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Mathasya Padma Padam Cha Hasta Malakam Cha Sishyam Tam Totakam Vartikakaramanya Asmad Gurun Santatanatosmi Ashubhani Nirachaste Tanoti Shubha Santatim Smrti Matre Nayat Pumsat Brahmanangangalam Ati Kalyana Rupatma Nitya Kalyana Smrutimam Vardatvam Cha Brahmatan Mangalam Viduhu Omkarasya Tasabdasya Ayaveto Brahmanah Pura Kantam Bhyatva Vinirvyapto Tasman Mangalika Bhubho Om Atha Om Atha Om Atha. And the Dakshinamurti, yeah. Darpana Drishamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam Pashyannatmani Mayaya Vyahirimu Bhutam Yatha Nidraya Yat Sakshat Kurute Prabodha Samaye Swatmanamevadvayam Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Bijasyam Bharyam Guru Jagadidam Prang-nirvikalpam Punaha Maya Sarpita Deshakala Vaichitra Chitri Kritam Maya Vivayam Bhetya Shivaha Yogi Vayasvechaya Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Yasyaiva Sfuranam Sadhatmakamasat Kalpartakam Bhasate Sakshat Iti Vedavacha Bhutishthyashritam Tasyachat Gurunat Bhavena Punara Vrittir Bhavan Bhunidau Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurte Nanachadragatodharastitamaha Deepaprabha-bhaswaram Jnanam yasya chu chakshuradibahyarabahyspandate Jnanamiti tameva bhantam bhatyetat samastam jagat Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Pranamapindriyanya pichalam Buddhim cha shunyam vidho Divalandharaho paham Rantabrisham vadinam Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpitaha Vyamoha Samharini Tasmai Sri Guru Murte Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Grasta Divangarendra Sadrshaha Maya Samachadana Sanmatra Karnopaham Saranata Yo Bhutu Suptah Puman Pragaswapsa Prabodha Samaye Yapratyabhignayate Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Yadishvati Jagrugadishvati Yalvatva Swaswati Taspurantam sada Satmanam Prakatikaroti bhajatam Yo Budraya Bhadraya Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Pashyati Karya Karanataya Saswami Sambandataha Sishyacharya Tatha Tatai Pitraputradyatmana Bhedataha Se Jagrati Vazayesha Purushaha Maya Paribhramitaha Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Brahmam Sanalon Amsho Himamsho Puman Ishtya Charatcharatmakamidam Yasyaiva Murtashtikam Nanya Kinchana Vidyate Vimrishata Yasmatamushmin Svabho Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye Nattvamahi Spruti Krutamidam Vyakshasmin Bhuvai Tena Savanadhanana Dhyana Sankirtana Vayatmattvamahati Bhuti Sahitam Syadishwaratvam Sataha Siddhetat Punarashtadha Paritam Chaishwaryamavyaghrutam Tat Punarashtadha Chaishwaryamavyaghrutam. With that, we salute the Guru Parampara. In fact, in our ashrams, etc., when this is taught, for every verse of Dakshinamurti's, you prostrate where you are, That's how the tradition is. Why? Because this text is treated with that much of respect. The whole parampara is involved in this trust. The whole sampradaya of teaching is available here. Okay? So with that, the whole thing is in a sutra literature. So what is a sutra? Okay? Anyone remembers? Bhaksharam Saravat Vishito Mukham Astobhyam anavadhyam cha tam sutravido viduhu. Alpaksharam, brief. Akshara is small, meaning brief, as brief as you can. But asandigdham, no doubts, etc. It's very clear. Saravat, it is meaningful. Vishwato mukham, it presents more than one argument. Astobhyam, it doesn't have unnecessary words. Anavadhyam, it's not grammatically incorrect. Doesn't have unnecessary words, it's not grammatically incorrect. Anavadhyam cha sutram sutravido viduhu. This is the sutra. So, why are you putting it in a sutra form? In fact, if you look at it, many traditional literature, yoga, Vedanta, Sankhya, or Nyaya, all of them were presented in sutra form. Why? You remember the sutras, the whole Shastra is in your head. In fact, you will find we are going to do the Chatursutri, the first four sutras. If you study these four sutras well and you remember them, the whole Shastra is with you. The 4 lines, the whole Shastra is with you. So this is how the sutra literature is. It is presented in this manner. But because of the brevity and the thing, it's an analysis. This is a Shastra of an analysis of the Shastra. Okay. So Upanishad is the Shastra, which is analyzed in this Shastra. So same Anubandha Chatushayam, all that will be the same. Okay, the relationship, etc., all that is the same. Adhikari, all that, Vishya, everything is same. But so Vyasa did the sutras. He asked his student Jaimini to do the Jaimini sutras first portion. He did the second portion. It is not that Jaimini established a separate school. Jaimini was Vyasa's student. Okay, it is just distribution of labor. Okay, so since moksha is supposed to be the Parama Purushartha, Vyasa said, I will do that myself. Okay. The Jaimini sutras are more elaborate because the Veda is more elaborate. 1 second, I have to lock it in. Yeah. Then, because of the brevity, it's not easy to understand. It is clear. Once you understand, it's all very clear. So you need a bhashya to clarify it. So that it is not that before the bhashya, the Brahma Sutras was not being taught. Teaching of Brahma Sutras went on from Vyasa's time onwards. Teaching tradition was there from Dakshinamurti onwards. Okay, from the beginning of time onwards. Yeah. How old is it? Well, one of the rishis was the first person who discovered fire. So how old it is? Prehistoric. Why? Because the external civilization may not be very sophisticated, but people's problems are the same. Whether you are a caveman, okay, or 20 centuries hence you are living on Mars, the existential issues are the same. Sense of finitude, purposelessness, isolation, loneliness. Samsara doesn't change. Yeah. Yeah. Fear doesn't go. You are afraid of an asteroid hitting into you, or you are afraid of the saber-tooth tiger attacking you. Fear is fear. Fear is fear. So, that doesn't change. Insecurity is insecurity. Birth and death, same issues. So, with all that, the Shastra remains the same, valid, irrespective of the level of sophistication of the society. What matters is sophistication of your thinking. How sophisticated is that? Are you primitive in your thinking and making all sorts of sankalpas about God? Or you are sophisticated here enough to understand a sophisticated text? So the teaching was going on. After Brahma Sutras, it became easier. Why? The whole thing is analyzed and presented. Otherwise, it was one-on-one dialogue. Each Upanishad, as we have seen, is a dialogue between a teacher and one or many students. People got it. But the students had to be more refined here. Adhikaritvam had to be bigger, greater. Teacher had to put in more effort. After the Brahma Sutras, it became a bit easier. Why? The whole thing is available, the whole Shastra is available, the whole Veda is available in 555 lines. Sabji, 555 lines, that is a lot. Not for people who are used to by hearting the whole Veda. Okay, remember that. People are used to by hearting the whole Veda. The whole dictionary, Dhatu Kosha, is by hearted. The whole dictionary is there. You ask, even now there are Sanskrit scholars, you ask, Maharaji, ये शब्द के अर्थ क्या है? He'll tell you the shabda, the root, the das, the prefix, everything. Why? It's all there in his head. Not only which root it is, which conjugation it belongs to. That also he will tell you. Yeah. No need of your Google and things like that. It's all here. So for such a person, 555 lines is nothing. And that is summed up in the Chatusutri, four sutras. 4 sutras all of us can remember. Not a problem. The whole Shastra is with him. So the teaching was going on. Then Shankara came on the scene. So he said, this deserves a good commentary. The whole teaching tradition, the sampradaya of teaching should be put down in writing also. So there is no corruption in the future generations. Because by that time it was Kali Yuga. After Vyasa's time, Kali Yuga started. So Kali Yuga mein gadbad ho sakta hai. People, New Vedanta, etc. can come in. People presenting Vedanta Jnanam as an experience, all this can come in. To prevent all that, let me put it as a writing tradition. Therefore, he wrote the bhashya on it. Now, what is the bhashya? That's also defined. Sutrartho varnyate yatra. Where the sutrartha is explained. Sutrartha anukaravihi. In keeping with the meaning of the sutras. You can't put your own thing inside. Okay. Yeah. Swapadani cha varnyante. If you used a technical term in your writing, that also has to be explained. Because if you are using a word, in what context are you using the word? That should be clarified. Iti sutra vido viduhu. The definition of a bhashya. So now we have the sutra, we have the bhashya. And as I said last time, long lines of sub-commentaries have come up after that. You know, where something 40, 50 major commentaries. Minor commentaries don't even ask. All in Sanskrit I'm talking about. Okay, 40, 50 major commentaries. And minor, endless. Those of you who are into Carnatic music, there was a person called Sadashiva Brahmendra, supposed to be the father of Carnatic music. He has written a vritti, a small few lines explanation on the Brahma Sutras. He is a musician. That's why his music is different. His compositions are different. It is all spiritual. Yeah. Because he had this background. So people from various backgrounds wrote. Yeah. People say it's all Brahminical, etc. That's not true. Many of the teachers were hardcore Kshatriyas. They were kings, warriors. Okay, who wrote that? Because for knowledge, what does it matter? Your mind. What is here matters. Nothing else matters. Your birth, your background, your profession, culture. Even culture doesn't matter. Yeah. You may be from a very different culture. Agreed, this culture may help. And certain things like Prasad Buddhi is easier understood from this culture. But some of our best teachers in our parampara are from an American culture. Yeah. Tadvidananda, etc. American. He's got an ashram next to our ashram in New Jersey. Yeah. Beautiful teacher. You should see the quality of his videos. Mine is totally amateurish. You should see the quality of his videos because he sits down in a place and teaches. He doesn't have to shift around like how I do. I keep running around all over the place for a class. He sits in one place and teaches. Quality of professional quality. And good teaching also. Yeah. One batch junior to me, but excellent. So, culture doesn't matter. What is inside, that is what matters. As they say, it's what about here and what is here. That matters. Nothing else matters. Okay. So with that, now we're going to start the Brahma Sutras. But before you can start, there is a stay order. Okay. The stay order. Na arambaniyam nishprayojanatvat. No use. Why? It's already done. Gemini has analyzed the whole Veda. Abhi kya kar raha hai? Whole Veda has been analyzed. What are you saying? I'm going to write Brahma Sutras. Not done. So the answer is, of course, no, that is not true, because Bhinna Prakarnam comes in. What do you mean Bhinna Prakarnam? When you say Veda, Upanishad is included. Subject matter is different. So we are constrained to say Veda, Vedanta. So Vedanta is a positional name, and that positional name is important. Why? The Veda deals with Dharmartha Kama. Vedanta deals with Moksha. Prakarnam is different. Subject matter is Vishya is different. Adhikari is different. Vishya's subject matter is different. One is Bhuti Kama. People are presenting all Bhutis. You want money? You want wealth? You want to go to heaven? Here. All these are available. And what is the Vishya here? Only one. Moksha. Adhikari, Bhuti Kama. Those who, I want this, I want that. Lord, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Okay, here, take it. The Lord is kind. If that's what you want, to go. Fulfill all that. Baat mein aa jayega. Take it. Yeah. And here is what? Moksha Kama. Adhikari is Veda. What do you want, Moksha? Vibhuti, hai to theek hai, nahi hai to theek hai. What does it matter? That type of an attitude. If it is there, you'll enjoy it. It is not that, oh, no, I can't enjoy it. You don't have to say, Arey, sadhu ko jalebi khane mein maja nahi aata hai. Can you say that? You can't say that. So if it is there, you enjoy it. Not there, nahi. So, not a problem. Moksha Kama. Subject matter, of course, is different. Even Sambandha is different. In the first section, there is a Chodana Chodaka Sambandha. The Shastra impels you through your desire to do some karma. You have a desire and the Shastra guides you, impels you to do some action. So after you know, you have to do. Either, once you know, there is nothing to be done. There is nothing to be done. Therefore, since the subject matter is different, Prayojanam is different, Phalam is different, you saying that it cannot be, it has already been done, is not true. Yeah, it is not true. Okay? One argument taken. Shall we start now? Hold on. Hold on. Or ek argument. See, I am getting in these arguments from other commentaries I have read, okay? So I will keep doing this, bringing things in so that even though you are only studying the Chatusutri with Shankara Bhashya, your understanding will be more than that. Okay? I'll bring in arguments from Bhamati, from Ratnaprabha, from Anandagiri. I'll bring in some without the Sanskrit technicalities to confuse you all, because that language can be very difficult. All right, so here, let us start. No. Hey, amnaya se kriyartatvat anartakyam adat arthana. Whole Veda is meant for action. What are you talking about knowing? And then you are saying athato brahma jignasa. Jignasa karta. Jignasa means desire to know. How can you have a desire to know? Once you know something, every object of desire is an object of your knowledge. The heart can desire only what the eye has seen, or ear has heard, etc. Perception. What you know, only that you can desire. If you don't know, how can you have a desire for it? Therefore, not useful. Not useful. No, but you still have people who desire it. It is seen in the society. You can't desire unknown. How do you desire the unknown? Yeah. See, you can't desire what is there in my bag. I have a bag.
I can be curious.
Huh?
I can be curious to know.
You can be curious. Yes, that's a good argument. You can be curious. That's how people have curiosity. What does it say? So then he is asking a question. Is the Brahman you are talking about prasiddham or aprasiddham? Is a prasiddham well known, like a pot or a phone is known? Is Brahman known like that? You have to say no. Because if it is known like this, you can't have a desire to know. If it is unknown, totally unknown, do you have a desire to know? Gaga Gugang. Swamiji's example. What is that? You can't, if it is totally unknown, you can't have a desire to know. If it is totally known, you won't have a desire to know. Therefore, it has to be, yeah?
So, what he says that you said that
Curiosity can be there.
So, if the bag was not existing, then he will not.
Yeah, if he doesn't even know that there is a bag here, then there won't be. That's why. Totally unknown, there won't be a desire. Totally known, also there won't be a desire. Therefore, it has to be known and unknown. Therefore, I know I am. This is the most important thing in Vedanta, that Atma is self-evident. The whole crux is based on this. Never forget this thing, that you are self-evident to yourself. I know I am, but I don't know what I am. I don't know I am Brahman. Therefore, since I don't know myself completely, there can be a desire to know. As you said, there can be a minimum curiosity. Yeah. And if Viveka is there, I am struggling with all this and not getting that satisfaction, then that desire to know becomes more focused. Because now I have got enough Viveka to know all that I am doing is not working. I know one thing, I am going to live by what works. One of the fundamental principles of living, whether you are a student of Vedanta or not, is what? Do what works in life. Why are you wasting time with something that is not working? So whatever I am doing is not working. That's how the Vairagya comes in. But then you can fall for anything odd. Anything odd. Yeah. So then you have to see that odd also is not working. Hey, this fullness that I seek is not going to be satisfied with karma. Why? Because karma phala is always finite. I got so many finite things that has not satisfied me. Some more is not going to satisfy me. That is the understanding. I have got so many finite things which didn't satisfy me enough. I didn't get the fulfillment I see. I got some degree of happiness here and there. Nobody is denying that. Nobody is denying the happiness that you gain in the world experientially. Of course you get. Otherwise you would have committed suicide long back. Yeah. Of course you get. Yeah. There's laughter even in the slums. We can't imagine living in those conditions. But there's laughter there. Means what? There are moments of happiness everywhere. Why? Because you can't deny it. It's your true nature, really speaking. Yeah. Therefore, you have to come to this thing with enough sufficient Viveka and Vairagya to say, hey, few more is not going to fulfill me. I need something more. Nasti akritaha kritena. As I said last time. The infinite is not by kritam karma. Therefore, since there is enough, even though I am known as I don't know what I am. Since I don't know what I am, I have to know what I am. Therefore, there is a place for this analysis, for Brahma Jignasa to happen. So the Purva Paksha at this time thinks, ठीक है यार, ये तो argument है इधर. But wait. Not yet. Why not yet? See, I can understand. You have made a point for going into the Shastra, going into the Upanishad, etc. ठीक है. That point is accepted. Okay? I don't like it, but I will agree. Chalo, we can do some analysis into the Upanishad. But why Adhyasa Bhashya? Why is Adhyasa Bhashya coming into the picture? This has got no place. Why are you writing an introduction, Adhyasa Bhashya? Shastra doesn't have Adhyasa mentioned there. Yeah, Shastra doesn't have Adhyasa mentioned. So why are you writing an Adhyasa Bhashya as introduction? So, Vicharam na karniyam, don't do vichara. Stay order still has to be vacated. The third one that has come into the picture. Okay. All right, okay. No problems. He says, Adhyasa is the only possible introduction to the Shastra. There cannot be a better introduction. Why? If the problem is real, okay, one second. Before that, they can have another argument. This prasiddham aprasiddham argument, let us continue that a bit further. He says, all right, I accept some vichara can be done, but you talk about it only one time. Why? You talk about Brahman once, then I'll decide whether I should go in for it or not. And personally, I think I won't be interested. Why? Brahman is ekam, one. Swarga, variety kitna hai? What a variety is there in Swarga? Which is better? Which is better? There is dance, there is music, there is food and drink, there is thing. Brahman okkate. One Brahman. Okay. There is one Brahman, there is one. Kya ho gaya? Ek hai, theek hai. But Brahman is nothing but Ananda. Brahman may be Ananda, what about me? I have to get Ananda. I have to get Ananda by doing things. So I don't think I'll be interested, but you have made a point. Okay, talk about it. Okay. Now tell me one thing. You want to get Ananda or you want to become Ananda? Okay. Even when you are experiencing Ananda, you want something. Okay. Hey. We are in Gujarat Education Society, okay? Gujarati. Breakfast, jalebi, fafda. Anand aayega aaj. It's kept in front of you. But you can't eat. You can't eat. Forget Ananda, you'll become more miserable. Because you want to be one with that. Correct? Even experientially, you want to be one with that. Yeah, you want to be one with that. Any object of enjoyment, you want to be one with it. Otherwise, how can you enjoy it? Same way here. Okay? That's why New Vedanta presents it as experience because you want to be one with it. Mistakenly. Okay. Now comes the argument against Adhyasa after that. What I said a minute back. Again, the argument against Adhyasa. All right. He says, look at it. If the problem was real, then knowing will not help. No? It's a real problem. Okay? Real problem. I've injured my leg. I know exactly what is the injury. Achilles tendon, I've injured. You know it. Problem solved ho gaya? You have to do something about it. No? If the problem is real, you have to do something about it. Okay? Now, if finitude was real, you will have to do something about it. That's why the whole karma thing comes into the picture. Now, if your finitude was your natural state, will you fight against it? You would not, because your natural state is accepted. Do you go to the doctor and complain, Doctor, I don't know what's wrong with me? What happened? Every 6 hours I feel hungry, I have to eat something. Is that a matter for complaint? That you don't get food may be a matter of complaint. That when you are eating every 6 hours, you are putting on weight can be a matter of complaint. But that you are feeling hungry every 6 hours is not a matter of complaint. Why? Natural to you. You don't complain against something that is natural. So if finitude was natural for you, there will be no complaints. But universally there is a struggle against finitude. Whether the struggle is spiritual or literally spiritual. Where is Surendran God? I suddenly remembered a Mallu line. It's a Mallu poem, you know. What is that? Enda dukkangal korukke avadi koduthu. I gave a holiday to all my sorrows. Today, all my sorrows I am giving a holiday to by drinking away, not remembering. Okay. Whether it is that type of spirituality or this type of spirituality, the struggle against finitude shows is not natural to you. Okay. If you knew you are infinite, then also you wouldn't have to search for it. Okay. But here is the thing. I am limitless. I don't know I am limitless. Therefore I seek it. Atma is both known and unknown. Known as I, not known as limitlessness. Therefore what? Therefore I make erroneous self-judgments based on my culture, my background, what I am associated with. It starts here with what I am associated with. I have a body, therefore I must be the body. Male, female. And now there are gender confusions on top of it. My sex is male, but I am female by gender. Kidhar se aaya ye nonsense. Confusions have gone that far, that's all it means. It only means there is more confusion. Wokeism. Swamiji, you are being very judgmental. I am being factual. I will go by science. Okay, you don't want me to go to the Shastra. I will keep the Shastra aside and in this thing go purely by science. Science is not everything. Okay, then what is everything? Your feelings are everything or what? Your feelings are highly subjective. You go fish. Yeah, feelings are subjective. Yeah. Okay. I can accept the person who is feeling like that. Okay, for having a cup of tea together, not a problem. Okay, a cup of tea. Yeah. Today I feel like I am a female. Okay, but don't flirt with me. We'll have a cup of tea together. Yeah, bad enough when a girl comes and flirts with me. Now a man feels he's a woman and he flirts with me is worse. So I can have a cup of tea with you, but not more than that. This is
Maybe he doesn't want to pay the bill.
exactly. Yeah. Multiple levels of adhyasa. This is, you know.
Today I will never
Multiple levels of adhyasa this going on. Yeah. So apart from that, so the thing is, I am limitless, but I have made a self-judgment based on the body. I am male, I am female, I am a human being. Yeah, I am a human being is another conclusion. No? Yeah, based on what I am associated with the body. Then beginning upon your culture, your association, all that is there. Yeah. Like Sam Manakshaw was an Indian by an accident of his birth. Why? His mother was going to Karachi, where her husband was a doctor, to deliver Sam Manakshaw. But her labor pain started in Bombay and she stopped here and he delivered here. Thank God. We had one of the greatest generals of the last century because he delivered here. Otherwise, he would have been a Pakistani general, problem for us. Yeah. Yeah, if he would have been a Pakistani general, yeah. Problem for us. So, by that self-judgment, yeah, either I thoda idhar hai, thoda udhar hai. Religious background, self-judgment. Yeah. nationality judgments, religious judgments, all this loaded. May who? On just I am. Simple I am. And all this is loaded on top of it. I'm successful, unsuccessful, on top of that. Okay. Yeah. I'm an alpha male, I'm a beta male, I'm a sigma, more. All psychological judgments. Study psychology, get more judgments. But they say no, non-judgmental. कैसा होता है? नहीं होता है. So, with all this, this is me. What is all this? You are taking yourself to be something you are not. Your limitless awareness, and you are taking yourself to be all this. That is called adhyasa. Atasmin tad buddhi. In what you are not, tad buddhi. You are taking yourself as what you are not. Therefore, the style of teaching has to be what? Adhyaropa apavada nyayena gurum parava kripaya upadishati. Familiar, na? Kidhar hai, yaad hai? Vedanta Sara, okay. Some of you have seen it, some of you have not, okay. I think Swamini is doing Vedanta Sara now, no? Just started, yeah, just started, yeah. So, yeah, good text. In fact, generally I use Vedanta Sara as an introduction to Brahma Sutras. Yes. So, and this is mentioned all over the Upanishad without mentioning the word adhyasa. Maya, eva, as though, all these things indicate adhyasa. Lelayati eva, dhyayati eva, all that eva statements implies as though. Meaning is not real, as though. Not real, as though. Yeah. Even the Gita, you're grieving over that which does not deserve grief. Ashocha nanvashochaha tvam. Yeah, you're grieving over that which does not deserve grief. It's validating the grief. You're there, of course you're there. It doesn't really deserve grief from the standpoint of the absolute. So, all this, there cannot be a better introduction than Adhyasa Bhashya. Because it is because of Adhyasa the student is there. The Adhikari is established only by Adhyasa. Subject matter, Brahman is Jneyam. Brahman is thing to be known. That's also established by Adhyasa. No? How do you say Brahman is known? Brahman is yourself. It's already known as I. But it is presented as something to be known because you say, I don't know it. You have taken yourself to be other than Brahman. Therefore, the fact that Brahman is Jneyam, presented as Jneyam, something to be known, is also because of Adhyasa. If the student did not have the Adhyasa, why is the necessity of Brahman being presented as Jneyam? And that's why it makes the teaching difficult also. The teaching also has to take Adhyasa into account. Because if Adhyasa is not into account, how can it be negated? Without negation, if you are talking about Brahman, it will all sound very nice. Brahman is like that. मैं क्या हूँ? मैं तो ऐसा ही हूँ. Useless कमेरा. Useless character, good for nothing. I'll go with my same self-conclusions. What is the point? Yeah, then what is the point of the teaching? Therefore, Brahman becomes Jneyam only because of Adhyasa. And the teaching also has to take Adhyasa into account. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi Neidam Yadidam Upasate. Kena Upanishad, remember? So the teaching tradition also takes this into account. That's why the teaching tradition is declared as Adhyaropa Apavada Nyayena. Adhyaropa, what superimposed, tasya apavada, negation. Without that, there is no teaching. Otherwise, it will be something like this. Both of us are walking on the road. You are seeing a snake, I am seeing the rope. You are saying snake, snake, snake. And I am saying rope. Swamiji, there is a snake there. Rope. And very Mahatma like, rope. Go hang yourself with that rope. I am seeing a snake here. Isn't that the appropriate response? Natural response, even appropriate or otherwise. The natural response, go hang yourself with this rope. I am seeing a snake there. Hey, what you see is not a snake, it is a rope. That apavada has to be seen. The snake that you see is not a snake, is really speaking rope. How can you say that? Then the whole teaching starts. The whole thing starts. Therefore, the teaching is also based on adhyasa. What about the teacher? That's also based on adhyasa. Teacher is also adhyasavan purushaha. Yeah, naturally. What are you, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahman? अभी क्या कर रहा है? अभी गुरु बन रहा है. सत्यम ज्ञानम अनंतम ब्रह्मन है, अभी क्या कर रहा है? ये सब चैंपियन लोग बैठा है ना. See, if the student is because of adhyasa, the teacher is also because of adhyasa. Deliberate adhyasa. Because there can be a deliberate adhyasa, there can be a mistaken adhyasa. Mistaken adhyasa is because of ajnanam. Deliberate adhyasa is not because of ajnanam. You take a stone, put it on in a nice place and invoke Ishvara in it. Deliberate adhyasa we are doing. What else is it? Nobody does an idol worship. Who is doing idol worship? We all know it is the stone. Ganga ji leke aaya yaar. In Rishikesh, when you come, you will see the stone there. We carried it from the Ganga and brought it. Yeah. But deliberate adhyasa. It's Swayambhu, not man-made. Yeah, because you can man-made also, no? There are all that thing you can buy in the market, all that is man-made. And this is Swayambhu means what? Natural formation. Nature has formed it. All the rolling in the river has created it. Just to create a sacredness about it. And in that, you are invoking Ishvara. Deliberate adhyasa. So you will do a prana pratishtha, where the energies will be manifest. Deliberate. We know it's a stone. Yeah. That's why after the puja is over, we'll clean it up now. Soap and water and everything. Yeah, because that's how functioning. No? Yeah, we'll come to that. How it exactly is, Pashvadi Vishesha. There's a statement in the Adhyasa Bhashya which clarifies that things further. Yeah, because it's deliberate Adhyasa. If the teacher does not have the Adhyasa, how will he, does not deliberately use that Adhyasa, how will he teach? What are you, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma? Guru. Adi Devo Brahmeti. हम ब्रह्मन है, अभी क्या सिखाएगा? How can I teach? Therefore, Prahasanneva Bharata. Krishna, with a smile on his lips, he taught, हाय इंसान की भट भक्ति, खुद खुदा होकर बंदा नजर आते. He is literally speaking nothing but Ishvara. हे मालिक तेरे बंदो हैं हम, मानेंगे तेरे 10 नियम. All that will come into the picture. Adhyasa. So the teacher with a smile starts. Champion बोलता देखा शिष्य. ना हम गुरु न त्वम शिष्य, चिदानंद रूपो शिवोम शिवोम. That is the reality. But he still has to get there now. I have to help him get there. Therefore, you deliberately wear the dress of Adhyasa. Adhyasa becomes a dress. So the Guru is also established by Adhyasa. Shishya is also established by Adhyasa. Subject matter because of Adhyasa. Phalam, moksha also because of Adhyasa. Relieved. Knowledge can give you that freedom. Why? You felt a lump in your armpit. Oh my God, Cancer. First thought is cancer. You went and did a biopsy, things like that. Hey, non-cancerous, knowledge. Relief हो गया क्या नहीं? You had kept a 1 lakh rupees in your bank, in your cupboard at home. आराम से जा बैंक में डाल देगा. Your husband saw it on the way to work, he dumped it in the bank. So after you finish your work, everything like that, he said, चलो जाके बैंक में डाल देगा. You look, my God, it's gone. किधर गया? You're looking all over the house for it. I'm sure I kept it there only, but it's not there. Whole day you're struggling with it. Then your husband calls you. Now you're very hesitant. You pick up. Yeah. And the husband says, what happened to you? You sound a bit worried. Now you don't want to tell that the money is missing immediately. So he said, no, nothing. Everything is fine. Tell me, what is it? You know that money you had kept there? Oh my God. Yeah. I had taken it and put it in the bank. No? Couldn't have told me that? I've been searching for the last one. That's why I called you to tell you. I thought I'll give you time to finish everything. But at the same time, there is a relief. It's safe. I'm not responsible. Plus, I get something to blame him also. So similarly here, I have all my existential issues. Why? Because of Adhyasa. I have taken all this to be me. Pura world's problem, I take it on my head. There are a lot of us who have that habit. I am bad enough, I have my problems and I should be trying to solve it. I take the world's problems also on my head. I'm not saying you should not help a friend and things like that. Please do. Okay? Yeah. Lend a helping hand.
That's what I get paid for.
Yeah, so you get paid for it for taking. Yes, as a professional you get paid for it. As a friend you won't get paid for it. Yeah. So, the phalam of moksha is also because of, there is adhyasa. Adhikari, Vishya, the teaching, Sishya, Guru, Prayojanam, Sambandha, everything is because of Adhyasa. Therefore, there cannot be a better introduction to the Sutra Bhashya other than Adhyasa. Surprising. No questions today? No doubts on this? Because normally in the first half an hour itself there are some doubts. Everything clear up to now? There are doubts, shoot, okay? Yeah. Aram se will go on it. Yeah. In fact, if there is no, I'll go this much to say, if there is no Adhyasa, there is no Vedanta. There is no need for Vedanta. Yeah.
Swamiji, I had a question.
Shoot.
Not directly related, but directly related. We say Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, but we don't say Aham Ishvara. And while I intellectually get the difference in the standpoint, if you could explain why we say Aham Brahmasmi but not Aham Ishvara, I think I'll get more clarity.
Okay. In fact, you say that when you say Aham Brahmasmi, it depends on your standpoint. Brahman can be Ishvara. Ishvara is included in that Brahman. Why? Why is Ishvara brought in? Because Sarvatma Bhava has to be there. That I am everything should be clear. How will I am everything be clear unless Ishvara comes into the picture? Therefore, in saying Aham Brahmasmi, the all-pervading nature of Brahman is brought in because of Ishvara. In some of my explanation, I do it without bringing in Ishvara, by dismissing time and space. Yes.
Right.
But all the living things that are there, all the beings that are there, the hard reality that you are confront in your transaction, all that is taken into account only because of Ishvara. Therefore, Ishvara also comes into the picture. But the difference between Jiva and Ishvara is Adhyasa. Yeah. The difference between Jiva and Ishvara is Adhyasa. That's why it has to be mentioned Tattvamasi. And when Tattvamasi is, you are constrained to go into Lakshana Vakya. And after going into the implied meaning, you will say Aham Brahmasmi. Where first you mean only the consciousness, then you mean everything into the picture. So the whole thing comes in. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. It would have been clear if you are coming for the camp. But those who are not registered, please register fast. Already 140 people are registered. They will knock it off at 150. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. True.
Definitely come.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's the whole thing. Therefore, everything. Even the Jiveshwara Bheda, Jiva Jagat Bheda, Ishvara Jagat Bheda. Okay? If you want to look at differences. Difference between Jiva and Ishvara, difference between Jiva and Jagat, difference between Ishvara and Jagat. All that is what? Adhyasa. There is no real Bheda. How can you locate Ishvara and say he is all pervading? How can you locate him? You can invoke him like that. Ishvara in heaven. That's an invocation. For the sake of worship, etc., you can invoke like that. In heaven, in Kailasa, Vaikuntha, whatever. That's an invocation. That is what we know as deliberate adhyasa. I am deliberately invoking Ishvara like this. If I say Ishvara is this or no, then you are under complete adhyasa. You have no clue to the reality. Neither yourself nor Ishvara. Yeah. Yeah.
You had made one statement just now that if there is no Adhyasa, there is no Vedanta.
Yeah.
So people who are sold in samsara, they don't have even the adhikaric concept. There is no Adhyasa.
Correct. We'll think Adhyasa is real, and that's why only few will come for Vedanta. No? See, even when people come to Vedanta, we have to talk a lot to make them committed students. Yeah. A lot of teaching has to go before they become committed students itself. That's why they'll start, let us say, start with a Prakarana Grantha or Gita. Then a lot of studies happen. After that, when they listen to the Gita, second, oh my God, so much of thing is there. I said, yeah, all that would be nice. Yeah. True, this happens. Yeah. Because since we are going into the society and speaking, saying all this publicly, it is not always that great adhikaris are coming to you. None of us started as adhikaris. Honestly, I am telling you. We had some adhikaritva, but then in the process of learning, we became adhikaris. This is true for every teacher. That's why it's necessary in public. That's why it takes time in public also. Because it takes time for that commitment to come in, etc. It takes time. Commitment doesn't mean you have to leave everything and go to Rishikesh. That's not the commitment I'm talking about. A camp is good enough. That much commitment is good. Few days here, few days there to get that immersive experience. Because anyone who comes to a camp knows that. One camp, your level of understanding is much better at the end of it. So this thing will keep happening. Yeah. No, that depends on how you looked at your experiences. Your mumukshutvam will depend upon how are you looking at your experiences. See, hey, come on, yaar. All this has not given me what I am looking for. Now that can become desire to say, what am I doing wrong? Am I going? Is there something more? Or I want more of the same. If this much has not given me the fulfillment I am seeking, I want more of it, more and more, then it will give me fulfillment. Or I have to recognize, hey, this much has not given me, is more going to give me. When that thinking comes in, that much of viveka comes in, mumukshutvam will come high. Desire, basic desire, mumukshutvam is there in everyone. But who wants their problems here? Who wants to suffer in life? Who wants to be unhappy in life? Who wants to be miserable? Nobody wants to be. So that much is there in everyone. Now that has to be refined into really seeking moksha, and then from mumukshutvam to jignasa, to know the truth. It's a long way. Yeah. How does it come? Pariksha lokan. You examine life. He's not saying you experience everything, but you examine life and understand it's not going to deliver the goods. I always say, we are looking for fulfillment in things which can't give me fulfillment. Most modern thing. No job satisfaction. Old example of mine, but it works. Why? Pay is not good? Oh, pay is good. Then, are you learning something on a monthly, weekly basis at least? Yeah, definitely. So you're learning something new, pay is good. What about your boss? Oh, he's a very nice person. Juniors? Good. No issues. Colleagues? Good. What's wrong with the job? Yeah? Ideal job you have got. But sometimes no satisfaction. You're looking for moksha in that. You're not going to get it there. You're not meant for that. In fact, all this you'll not get in any job. This is ideal job. Something will be missing here. If everything is fine, boss may be a pain. Or your juniors may be. But before you blame juniors, listen to the story, okay? The major goes to the commanding officer. Colonel, why was this not done? I'm sorry, sir, but you must remember I have 4 fools working under me. Major, you are lucky. I have 5. Yeah. So, if you're looking for moksha in a job, it won't happen. It won't happen. Yeah. And there is one he's achieved a great thing in life. Yeah. He's saying you should do more and more work. 14-hour working days he's advocating. Yeah, if I'm building up my own business, I'll do 14 hours. If I'm building up your business, I'm not willing to do 14 hours. I did 14 hours every day, 6 days a week. Yeah, because you are building up your own business. That made you a billionaire. I'm working for you. I'm making you a billionaire. Why should I do 14 hours? You're paying me peanuts. इतना अकल नहीं है क्या? Yeah, I agree. It's a hard work that build up a nation. Accepted. Nobody denies that. A nation is built up on hard work. Correct. But you want, along with building up the nation, you want a happy nation or a dissatisfied, frustrated nation of people who are having heart attacks at 30? What do you want to? Yeah. So his wife was asked, what is the secret of a happy marriage? My husband is traveling 25 days a week abroad. I am traveling 25 days a week in villages, because I am doing social work. We are together only 3-4 days in a month. So where is the fight going to happen in 3-4 days? Successful marriage. But there can be enough people who say, this marriage is not going anywhere. Why? Are you having emotional and physical companionship? Yes. Once in a way, a fight also, because that shows them a relationship is alive. Yes, once in a way, a fight is there. Not often, but once. Good. Then, support each other, cheer each other in your work and careers and everything. Yes. Feel supported by each other. Yes. Then what do you mean relationship is not going anywhere? Where do you expect it to go? From here it can only go downhill. Why? Because you are looking for moksha in a relationship. Nahi milega. Yeah. You'll get only what it can give you, it can give you. If you are looking for what it cannot give you, therefore that is where pariksha lokan comes in and say, I am looking, I am happy with this, but I am looking for more. What is more? We mistake spirituality with wanting less. Really speaking, the heart wants more. That's why you come to spirituality. Ulta hai sab. This is not Gandhian spirituality, okay? Yeah. And then his people have to spend a lot of money to keep him poor. But if he wore a sweater, cost is only one sweater. Couple of $100 those days max. Now you have to heat up the whole room. Environmental waste. So, that more, you come to Vedanta, you come to this. So now all the stay orders have been vacated, okay? And now we are ready to go into the Adhyasa Bhashya, next class, okay? Om Tat Sat. Good place to stop. So next class, finish your chanting at home, okay? Because we won't do every chanting, it will take 15-20 minutes to do the whole chanting. Then we will have a very short class. So finish your chanting at home. This has been put up in the group, okay? Thanks to Falguni, she's put up everything in the group. So finish your chanting and this thing. Those who come here, we will do the chanting, or as I am fixing up things, we can do that. And then after saluting the parampara, we start. Okay? Good place to stop. Om Tat Sat.